This is your whiteboard brief for Monday, April 20th. Our strength today is 3 rounds of unilateral strength work. We're going to start with a single arm squat. We'll do 10 on each side. Then single leg RDL, which stands for Romanian deadlift. We're going to take these nice and slow today, about 3 seconds down, 3 seconds on your way up, 10 on each side. And then we have our single arm front lunge. You'll do 10 on your right and then 10 on your left. Your Metcon today is 150 American kettlebell swings for time. However, every minute on the minute, you will do 6 up and downs starting at 0. You will do this until you can accomplish 150 kettlebell swings, and today your time cap is 12 minutes. The finisher is an 8-minute AMRAP at a cool down pace of 8 cook squats and 8 Cossack squats.
Okay guys, for our strength today, we have 3 rounds of some unilateral work. We're gonna start with single arm squat. We'll do 10 on each arm, so you're gonna be doing a total of 20 squats for your first round. Single leg RDL, which is Romanian deadlift, we'll do 10 on each side there, and we're gonna take those really slow today, down and up. And then we have single arm front lunge, and you'll be doing 20 total reps there as well each round. So Will's gonna show us the single arm squat first. You can use a kettlebell or dumbbell for today, holding in the front rack position. He's gonna set himself up for that good squat, so he's gripping the ground with his feet. He's driving the knees out, and he's creating tension with his non-working side. So what he's doing right now is really focusing on not letting his body rotate in as he squats. So he's fighting to keep the core nice and tight, chest upright, shoulder blades down and back. Give me an example of one where you rotate in too much as you squat. So basically that's exaggerated, but that's what you're trying to fight. You're really trying to stay upright without rotating, okay? So we'll do 10 on each arm, and then we'll move on to our single leg RDL. Once again, this can be done with a dumbbell or kettlebell. Will's gonna show us the version where he's holding onto it with both hands. Okay, so he's gonna start with his left leg as the working leg. So he's just gonna have a slight bend in his left leg, and he's trying to keep his back nice and flat, shoulder blades engaged as he goes down. We're gonna take about 3 seconds to go down today, hold for about a second, and then nice and controlled on the way up. So he's really gripping the ground with his working leg. And like I said, he's trying to keep his back nice and straight, hips going straight down to the ground without rotating. Okay guys, if you're having difficulty balancing on one foot for these RDLs, we do have a scaled option where you're basically just gonna let your other non-working leg just kind of rest in the back. Will's pushing forward, so most of his weight is in his front foot here. And remember guys, you wanna feel this in your hamstring, okay? Even though he's doing a scaled version, he's still keeping his back nice and flat, shoulder blades engaged. Our last movement for today is a single arm front lunge. Once again, you can do this with a kettlebell or dumbbell, putting it in the front rack position. And then he's gonna knock out 10 on one side and then 10 on the other, and it's a front lunge. So he's gonna lunge to the front. If for some reason you guys are having difficulty balancing while lunging to the front, you can change it to a reverse lunge instead. But same concept here, he's really fighting to stay upright. He's not letting that kettlebell or dumbbell make him rotate in for today. Okay, so you'll have 10 on each side there. You'll rest as needed, and then you'll move on to your next 2 rounds. Okay guys, our Metcon for today is 150 kettlebell swings for time, but every minute on the minute, starting at 3, 2, 1, go. We're gonna do 6 up downs before you can start your kettlebell swing. So Will's gonna start by showing us the up down, which is, I would say, a little bit easier of a version of a burpee. So he's gonna go down into a plank, come right back up. He does not have to jump or clap in between, so he's just standing tall. You can get these done pretty quickly. Okay, so that was 3, 2, 1, go. He does his 6 up downs. We want your up down work to take about 30 seconds. That way you have time to do kettlebell swings. So the remainder of that minute, he's gonna start swinging the kettlebell, trying to knock out as many American kettlebell swings as he can with the remainder of the minute. Okay, so remember with our kettlebell swings, all the power is coming from the hips. He has that good posture when he goes down, so back is flat, shoulder blades are engaged, and he's landing with his arms next to his ears at the top without going past that vertical plane. He's also keeping his core nice and tight. He's not letting his ribs flare open. Okay, so he'll do that until the next minute hits. I'll say 3, 2, 1, go. 6 more up and downs. And then every minute you're just trying to fill in the rest of the time that you're not doing up downs with kettlebell swings until you get to 150 reps for today. You have a 12-minute time cap to get this done. If you're finding at the beginning of the Metcon that it's taking you way too long to get your 6 up downs done, then scale the number back. So we'd be dropping to 4 or 3 reps. Like I said, you want to be spending about 30 seconds swinging each minute to get this done within the time cap today. Okay guys, our finisher for today is an 8-minute AMRAP of cook squats and Cossack squats. So Will's gonna show us what the cook squat looks like. Remember, this is a 3-parter. So first is he's hooking under his toes, driving his hips up to the ceiling, stretching on his hamstrings. Then he's gonna drop down into that yoga squat. And you can drive your knees out hard with your elbows if you want to take an extra second down there, extending one arm at a time and then standing up. So let's see one more, show us from the side. Okay, so he's hooking under the toes, getting that hamstring stretch. He's gonna drop down into that squat. Remember, you guys are trying to keep your heels planted here. Extending one arm at a time and then standing. So that is the cook squat. Take those nice and slow, really try to get advantage of the stretch there. Next, we have 8 Cossack squats. So he's gonna go into that wide stance, wider than shoulder width apart. He's gonna let his hips hinge back, chest come forward, and get down into that nice side lunge, stretching out the groin. And we'll do 8 total, so that's gonna be 4 on each side. And you guys are gonna run through that for 8 minutes, just a nice slow pace to kind of bring everything, cool it back down and stretch it out before you guys are done for the day.